Welcome back to Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode 361 and Doubleshot number 288. Okay. First up, it's Amazing Spider-Man Worldwide, Volume 4, containing issues. I have a calculator here just to be sure about this. $734 through $737, and the free comic book day issue, which is basically which was a sneak preview for the Steve Rogers Captain America title. All the issues written by Dan Slott. The backup feature in the last issue is written by Christos Gage, with the artwork done by. Let's find the page here. Here we go. Stubby Kamali, who does the first and last issue in this trade. R.B. Silva does the second and third one, with Alex Ross doing the covers. Now, the backup story, The King's Ransom, which I'll get to that in a minute, is done by Javier Guerin. Simply put, these issues are simply set up for the recently concluded crossover Clone Conspiracy. Yep. Yes, the recently concluded one. A lot of standalone issue stories. I mean, there's a return of the Spider-Man count as the Rhino. Now, the free comic day issue takes place just like during the events of the backup story, King's Ransom. Yeah, it basically kind of, well, how should I put this? It basically takes place just like if it takes place during that particular issue, but it's just a sneak preview of what's going on. And plus, also, you get a chance to see the female Electro for the first time. Excuse me. The female Electro is simply put a character who was accidentally killed by Max Dillon at the start of the previous volume of the series by making out with her, and of course his powers are going haywire. They have been that way since Ox Spidey messed up his powers during the Superior 6 storyline from Superior Spider-Man Team Up. And of course, Electro. That when Francine comes back, that's her name, Francine. She returns, and she, yeah, of course, they explain this in the second issue in here, of how she comes back. Basically, she's cloned, and apparently all her piercings and all her hair dye and her tattoos all are removed. And because somehow she has residual electricity from Max Dillon's, well, making out with her, she uses that to kill Max Dillon. Yep. So a long-time Spider-Man villain dies in this particular set of issues. And also, Jay Jameson also dies as well as a result of his illness. Though that was a hiccup because in the previous issue, they had set up that apparently Aunt May was suffering through that. Then, I don't know, maybe there was an editorial change that changed it where Jay was actually the one who was sick and he dies. There's a character in here who does go through the process that Jay was supposed to get approved of. Of course, it's later revealed that I'm not going to spoil exactly what's going on that guy. Yeah, it's actually revealed Clone Conspiracy what he actually is. But yeah, also Doc Ock, basically the whole living brain robot he's taking care of in this thing. Yeah, pretty much it's like Slot would just tie up some loose ends prior to Clone Conspiracy starting up. Basically, Living Brain was a loose end from Superior Spider-Man that he probably needed to get rid of, either for various reasons. Like, either one, it was either due to the fact that it was probably a reminder of the Ox Spidey days, which there's a flashback to Spider-Verse in here as well. And of course, I also got to point out all the covers in here are done by Alex Ross. Awesome covers. Excuse me. Despite seeing 2 deaths and the destruction of a robot, not a lot of basically stuff really happens. It's not like, let's say, these 4 issues are a story arc. They're just 4 loosely connected issues. Now, the King's Ransom one is basically featuring the Kingpin. Though, I gotta point this out. The artist must be really dang lazy when it comes to drawing the Kingpin. Because look at this. The guy is not wearing his suit coat at all. I mean, what the heck is this? I mean, come on, really. Saying this guy is the Kingpin. Okay, fine. Now, a lot of people pointed this out, the fact this is probably an artist being really lazy and having no idea what exactly the Kingpin is supposed to look like. The Kingpin is supposed to be wearing a suit coat, not like rolled up sleeves, loosed up tie. It's like the artist was really lazy when it came to that. But the story is fine nonetheless. This is actually, well, the stories in here are actually pretty good. Despite what Blue Goblin says, thinks that Amazing Spider-Man is utter trash now. There are some good issues when it comes to this particular series. It did have a few bad issues between the first arc and the fourth arc of the series. This is of this particular volume. These are much better issues, and I don't think these issues are bad. So I'm going to get this a 8.5 out of 10 because of, well, alright, I'll give it a 9 because the series, in my honest opinion, along with a few people I know of, agree with me on this. The series is getting better. It's no longer going through that garbage set of issues that the series was doing before. Oh, and also, the series decided to switch from come out twice a month to once a month for some strange reason. I have no idea why. Now here's another Spider-Man book, Spider-Man 2099, Volume 4, Civil War 2, containing issues, trying to count here, I think it's 60, Spider-Man 29 issues 68 to 74, yeah, 6 issues in here, all written by the awesome Peter David. I should point out Peter David now is going through some emotional and financial troubles. Right now, he is, yeah, it was revealed yesterday, and this is not an April Fool's joke, that his wife is leaving him, and he's suffering through financial trouble, basically, and he's hoping to get some donations to people to help him out. I just want to point that out there. But despite that, putting that aside, despite what Peter David's going through, I'm hoping to affect his writing in the future. Because the guy's supposed to be writing, doing the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider series. I don't know if this series is going to be ending prior to that. I don't know. It has not been revealed. But the series itself is really good. I should point out this on the cover. It's Spider-Man, basically, for the first half of the storyline. It's him versus Sinister Six 2099, which consists of Venom, Vulture, Dr. Octopus, Electro, Venom, Venom, and Sandwoman. I'm not kidding. Sandman's a woman. Now, this Venom is actually supposed to be Miguel's half-brother, who was the guy who, in the regular 29 universe, was responsible for the death of the Gallows family, with the exception of Jake Gallows, who does show up in here. Oh, and also the Goblin here. That's this. Here it's actually a friend of his named Jennifer. Excuse me. She is supposed to be the Goblin. And apparently, there's like two different styles, 2099. One half is simply like apparently the Second Amendment was repealed and resulted in a second Civil War. Yeah, that is kind of something that the Supreme Court is trying to do, well, was trying to do. But as far as I know currently, the Supreme Court is not currently trying to get rid of Second Amendment, because if they did that, a lot of people would turn against the government. A lot of people, because they firmly believe in they firmly believe in Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, and taking that away is an offense to every single American in this country. I don't know why Peter David decided to throw that in there, but he did. But in the second half of the issues, and I pointed this out to a few people, that Peter David basically had the last 3 issues be a love letter to the original 29 line, because you have X-Men, Punisher, Ravage, Hulk. Yeah, most of the known 29 books basically, well, at least who are characters who had books in 29 line, do show up in here. Seems like the only people who don't is Doom. Oh yeah, Ghost Rider shows up in here as well, which is awesome, by the way. But for some reason, Doom 29 doesn't show up in the storyline at all. Maybe he's busy off someplace. I have no idea. But yeah. Oh, and also Power Pack shows up in here as well, along with Jameson. Oh, there's one other 29 character I've got to mention. At the end of the last issue, Deadpool 2099 shows up, making her first appearance outside of the Deadpool comic. Yay! I personally don't have a problem with this character at all. I've never had a problem with the storyline from Deadpool. Yeah. But this book is a blast to read. It's awesome. Peter David at its finest. I love the fact that he basically, even though that this is a tie-in, the second half of the issues is a tie-in to Strange 29. She shows up in here as well. Yeah. The Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme in 2099 is a woman. A Hispanic woman. If you want to know what she looks like, she did show up in the previous volume of the series. Let's see, where is she? There she is. Yeah, this is her right here. It's a lovely Hispanic woman, basically, and she's referred to as simply Strange, not Doctor Strange, because, well, she probably doesn't have a doctorate, but she was a supporting character in the original 29 volume done by Peter David. He wrote every single issue of that volume except for 2 issues. Yeah, but this book is just awesome. Really, really good. I highly recommend it. Despite what some people might say, that the 29 book has basically gone a little bit downhill, it really hasn't. I enjoy this book. It's awesome. Not just because I'm a Peter David fan, because it's such a good book. I give this book a 9.5 out of 10. It's awesome. Highly recommend it, along with the first 4. This is actually the 5th volume of the trades. I also recommend getting the 29 classic books. There's about 3 of them released. I think 4th one is coming out soon. So yeah, basically if you get this book along with the first 4 trades, you own pretty much most of the series that has been released so far. This is the most recent trade. Alright, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is episode 362 and Doubleshot 289. Okay? Until then, I will see you there. Bye.